Cooper in the Love Healing Room, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host.
Oh my,
And
she coming.
Darla. And we have an amazing, super awesome, gorgeous, fantastical diva, Ligale. Okay. I was waiting for you to chime in. Ligale of Pretty Soul Pieces. Thank you.
Pretty soul pieces. They are absolutely, you must have one, Well, not just one,
I
maybe
know,
a
not
couple
just
of,
one, a
you
few.
know, a few of
Okay,
them.
so we are finishing up our our topic of self-worth. This is part 3. This has been it's been an amazing journey to talk about self-worth. And it's like I've been saying for the last few weeks that this is just the beginning of the conversation. Although this is part 3 for us, this is the beginning of looking at what's imprinted on each of us that's reflecting our self-worth. How can we rebuild, re-identify, reinvent who we are, how we're displaying ourselves? And today we're going to talk about remastering self-worth and what that looks like. So yeah, if you are with us for the first time in the Love Healing Room, welcome.
Welcome.
Yay, so glad you're here.
Yes.
We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on YouTube and
Periscope.
Twitter and Periscope. Yes, simultaneously. So welcome again. If you are joining us for the first time on social media, know that you can call in and be anonymous and share with your voice by dialing 248-289-5882. Again, that's 248-289-5882. But first and foremost, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and you follow us wherever you are. Okay, so without further ado, we have to say that we do not own the rights to the music that you hear in the background, but understand that I might break it to a dance. That's just what I do. Yep.
I won't be able to stop moving. I'm trying my best to control myself when I hear music.
It's all right. It's all good. So join in, but again, we do not own the rights to this music. And I want to kind of go back to our conversation a few weeks ago where we kicked off self-worth. And again, it was around imprint. A lot of things that we consider to be characteristics, or that's I am who I am, or I've always been like this. Think about who or what may have imprinted that piece to your identity, and not necessarily that is really who you are. It's an imprint that more than likely happened from childhood. So that's the first thing. We have to recognize that some parts of who we think we are, not really us.
It came from someone else.
It came from someone else. It came from our parents or someone close to us. Could have been someone at school.
Yeah.
Someone in the neighborhood. There are all kinds of imprints that happen.
Good, bad, or indifference.
Yeah.
But you make that particular determination because I was thinking of my very first imprint that I had. Even when hearing the word imprint, I didn't really know what it was, but I came up with the affirmation, I am imprinted with the Christ consciousness. I thought that was just really a powerful, and it helps with my self-worth when I think of that, to be imprinted, after the Christ consciousness. So I want to think of the good things and learn from the ones that we might have heard or had when we were growing up, and then change them.
Absolutely. Yes. Right. If it doesn't give you the warm and fuzzies or make you feel strong and powerful, make you feel like you can take on everything that comes your way, then maybe that's an imprint that you want to reinvent, rebuild.
Yes,
So,
definitely. Because I can totally identify with that. As I've shared, for the last few years, my journey to wholeness and how I had no self-worth, forget low self-worth, I had none, and it was from these imprints that were upon me, from family and, like you said, schoolmates, friends, and, I just didn't feel worthy. I just had that low self-worth, but it's like, okay, you know what? What you see now is a manifestation of wholeness. This is me accepting who I am and accepting and loving and esteeming. I was watching Target had a pitch competition the other day, and I was sharing with the ladies that one lady, the name of her company is Gold Mine and Cocoa. And one of the reasons she named it Gold Mine, well, the reason is because she said back in MySpace days, her name on there was Gold Mine. And she said, because she's a treasure. So it's like, we have to own our treasure. And I just want to be able to help uplift young women and other women to come into their wholeness, because a lot of people have been imprinted negatively. I was watching the what's her name? Not Ladies, not remember they did Lady Sing the Blues. What's her name? Billie Holiday story.
Holiday. Oh.
Oh man, I mean, awesome talent, gifted young woman, and she just had been imprinted with a very, some heinous things that happened to her. And it was like, I know so many women who have gone through down that same journey that she went down, and thinking of, some that I knew, and just saying, they're gone on now, to just say to them, I'm just so sorry you experienced that. But I know all of us have our journey, but I just want to be able to meet someone on their journey and help them on their next part of their journey, whether I'm to go further with them or not, or if it's just for a season or a moment, but to be able to touch them and know that change is possible. Absolutely. And I'm the proof.
Absolutely. Yes. Oh, amazing, Darla. Yeah. So we need to do a sound check before we go any further. Make sure that those in the Love Healing Room can hear us. And if you're with us on Facebook, we can see the chat on Facebook. So if you can let us know really quickly if our sound is good, we appreciate it. Sound check time. All right, secret and silent flutterbys, chime in at any time. And if you are new to the Love Healing Room and you're in the room, at any point, if you want to contribute with your voice, just come on off mute, double dutch in. We're here to support you, so we will go quiet so that you can share your story. Now, one thing I did not say for those who are new watching, the first half an hour of the show, we kind of talk about our topic. This series, we've been staying on topic the full hour. But if there's something that you need to discuss that is not directly related to self-worth, it is totally okay. Feel free to jump in at any time and share what's on your mind, whatever's on your heart. Okay, so we're also going to put LaGail's website in our Facebook chat feed for those who are watching on Facebook now, or if you are watching later. And on our social media platforms, we're going to share a promo that is going to list her information so that you can go and check out her site. You're going to go crazy because all of the pieces are absolutely gorgeous. Just totally gorgeous. So make sure you check out Pretty Soul Pieces. And she's going to share with us her awesome story during the second half. So make sure you stick around so that you can learn all about Miss LaGail Michelle. Yay! But in the meantime, we're talking about self-worth. Yeah. there's so many things that I know I started to recognize that was imprinted on me, and I reinvented. Like I shared with you all several times how over the years when people would tell me I was nice, I'm like, I am not nice. I'm really not nice. But the imprint that I agreed to that I wasn't nice was because I was told that you think that you're cute or you think that you're nice, but you're really not. I remember that being said to me. So, like, it must be true because that person wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't true. It wasn't. I am a nice person. And so once I realized that that imprint didn't belong to me, and maybe they said those things out of anger or whatever the case, it wasn't true. But I held on to that imprint for so many years, and that I allowed it to affect my self-worth. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel worthy of other people being nice to me because I thought that I really wasn't a nice person. Mm-hmm. So when someone was mean to me, I figured that I must have done something to deserve it.
And in fact, a lot of times we don't even realize sometimes we do when people deflect and they try to really throw you off, but it's really them, but they're going to make it seem like that it's you. Mm-hmm. And you have to recognize that almost immediately. And it's to bring you down and lift them up, so they say, with it. So through a period to me of time, we learn things because our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, we're constantly evolving and we're constantly changing. And that's what I want to be able to do, because I want to ignite the fire of somebody, so that they can view themselves, differently and truly know that you are so worthy and you're so valuable.
And it comes in many different ways. We're not all supposed to be the same. Like some people are really outgoing and assertive. And assertive doesn't have to mean anything negative. It just means that you are able to be forthright in whatever you feel or if you want to say something. And some of us are a bit more reserved, or it takes us longer to warm up to speak. That's okay too. Yeah, me too. I mean, but now I own at times I can be assertive, at times I can be really reserved, at times I can be, funny, goofy, all of that, real rounded. And it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. And we really want to share these things so that people understand it's not just you. None of us are absolutely alone. There's nothing that you're going through that somebody else hasn't gone through as well. And there's many things that we can glean from one another by sharing our story. Yes. We've gotten the conversation started. Mm-hmm. LaGail, did you have something you wanted to share? You're being all nice and quiet. Oh, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I was just enjoying the conversation, and I was thinking about an imprint that I had. I worked for a company a couple of years ago, and I had a boss tell me that I would never be successful in business because I care about people too much. My heart was too big. So he told me that I would never be successful. And I carried that into my photography business because I was always giving things away or doing sessions for free and things like that. And the money wasn't where I would have liked it to be, but I felt compelled to give so much of myself. And then I would feel guilty. So then I felt like I was proving him right because this is who I am and this is what I do. But since then, since I've started my jewelry business, I've taken that and it's kind of like I transmuted it and made it my own. So now I give, and so much is given back to me because I give. So I just thought about it in the opposite. So instead of feeling guilty about it and having all that negative energy around it, no, I took it and I made it mine. I give so much and I receive so much. So now it works for me. So
That's an awesome example of recognizing an imprint and then rebuilding it.
Yes.
So you took it and you made it your own, understanding that it is a good thing to be a giver.
it is.
It is such a good thing to be a giver. And it's just
Absolutely.
important to be able to receive. Aw, that's powerful.
Yes, that is powerful.
And shame on that person for that. And it's unfortunate that each of us can probably think of an example of something like that. Someone's a teacher telling you that you're dumb or that you'll never amount to anything, or you need to go to trade school. How dare you tell me I need to go to trade school? Or how dare you tell me that I'm not a good writer? Who are you?
Mhm.
We look up to those people, especially if it's a teacher or coach, because they have a way of influencing us.
Yes,
Even our
absolutely.
parents, to a certain extent,
Absolutely.
with that. Sometimes they're thinking that they're doing us a service, but sometimes it's a disservice because we're not valuing and we don't give our voice, to who and what we are. And even though I'm putting myself out there, I try as I might to do what I believe at that particular time that is right for all, of our children and people that I come in contact with, but you can always check me and say, well, no, I don't believe that, or I don't have to accept that. But know that in my heart, I want to say whatever is going to build you up so that you can be the very best version of yourself.
More people need to take that position. More people. And just as you stated, teachers, parents, coaches, adults, even young people, we have a responsibility to one another to not tear each other down. To, if you feel like you missed your mark with whatever choices you wanted to make, but you had to make a different choice, you don't take that out on somebody else. You don't use that as a means to make them feel little or less than because you feel little or less than. That's an opportunity for you to rebuild yourself and by uplifting somebody else.
But some people are so far down that rabbit hole that's what they do is project that thing that they feel about themselves on others. And that was my experience of all that being projected, mostly coming from my dad. And I realized, and God was so good because he helped me to understand his position, why he was behaving like that, and to allow me to be able to really forgive him and to love on him, even in the spirit, and people just do that. They just take, and that's how they feel about themselves. And that's why I always say, follow those principles of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Number 1, do not take it personally because it's not about you or it's about them. It's about how they feel about themselves. So they're projecting that onto you. Some people take it and they be like, I'm never going to be like that, or I'm going to, show them, I'm going to make a lie out of that. And they go on. But some people take it and that thing replays so much because how you said, they say, you're not nothing. That's what I was told almost every day of my teenage life. So, of course, that was, deeply imprinted.
Right.
But I'm just thank God for every part of my journey that I've come thus far to get where I am today, because I so have a passion and a desire to be able to help other people. Because it's not just women.
No,
it's men too.
It's men.
Men can have low self-worth.
Absolutely. And I think that it's a lot more noticeable. We just haven't really paid attention. If you pay attention, you can tell when a man has self-worth issues. If he disrespects anybody, to me, that for me is the indicator of low self-worth. And I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I'm actually just identifying so that we can start the conversation towards healing.
Yes.
And not to justify somebody's behavior or someone's temperament. No way am I saying it's okay for anybody to be
Right.
verbally or emotionally abusive.
Ever.
I am saying that that person needs help and healing. Now, of course, the imprint is so deep. It's deep, and it's deep in all of us. We've all been deeply imprinted in negative ways and in positive ways. But it's up to us to identify and decide that we want better for ourselves,
Yes.
and then it will most certainly affect everyone else around us. Okay, so we are really into this conversation, and I could talk all day about self-worth because this is a journey that I personally am working on continuously. So we're going to pause for just a moment. We want to check in with our audience because, again, we're talking, but this is for you. This is to get the conversation started. The line is open.
Yes, some Facebook comments.
All right. Okay, secret and silent flutterbies. Chime in whenever you're ready. We got some comments from Facebook. Martinique says, hey, beautiful ladies. Hi, Martinique. And Barb. Hi, Barb. Barb says, after being cheated on, I found myself trying to be like the women that he was cheating with. I lost myself. I didn't even know. I lost myself. I didn't know those women. It took a while for me to heal and to find myself again. I have lost myself and my kids. I honestly don't know who I am without those little people. I'm still working on that part. I am learning that I deserve things for me. I'm learning to do for me. I'm just starting to buy myself things without feeling horribly guilty. Good for you. I never think about myself first, but I believe that's why I've been so blessed. For 2021, I'm trying to focus more on doing the things that I want to accomplish. Amen. Good for you. That's right. That is noticing the imprint and then rebuilding. And I know that 2021, you're going to master that. Oh. And she also said, hi, ladies.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Barb. Wow. There's so much power in that testimony.
Yes.
You can hear the hurt. You also hear the forgiveness. You hear the rebuilding, the strength in your words, Barb. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for choosing you. It takes a lot to forgive when someone cheats on you, and actually noticing that you were trying to be something that you're not, and you didn't have to be. We don't know that until we go through it.
So everybody can experience that thing, and they're going to experience it a different, particular way, and then you feel like, okay, well, that didn't work,
It takes a lot, but it takes a lot to say that didn't work. Mm-hmm. And to choose differently and to not give up.
Mm-hmm. And to know it's okay that it didn't work.
Right.
Failure is just feedback.
It really is.
Say that really again. Failure is just feedback.
It's another chance. Go ahead. Were you going to say something? Someone was coming off of you. That was you, Miguel. You wanted to say something?
No, I was just praising what Darla just said. That was good.
Yes. All right. Okay. So, wow. That is, I think we probably have to have a show on that. When there's been infidelity and forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because there's so many people who we've all experienced it. I don't think there's anybody in this world that's had a relationship hasn't experienced infidelity. It's like where do you go after that? You go back to love, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
And it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. It's a choice.
Okay, so yes, I'm getting a little warm. I don't know. I think it was reading Barb's story because it made me think about the times when, and then that song that just went off. That song is from the 70s. Yeah, from the 70s. I remember being in 5th grade and doing a dance routine at school, and I was so nervous, but I also knew that I had been imprinted with the label of being shy, and I was not shy.
Mhm.
I was not shy. I would dance anywhere in front of anybody if some music was on. And doing that dance routine solo at my school, none of my friends knew that I can dance until that day. And afterwards, the way that I was received was completely different because before I was labeled as a class pet and teacher's pet and just really quiet and shy. And I wasn't quiet and shy, but I didn't feel like people liked me or wanted to be my friend. So once I did that dance at the talent show, it was completely different. People that I didn't know knew my name, and would say hi to me.
Mm.
So
Isn't that interesting?
it's
As children.
yes. It's amazing. I didn't get rid of the title or the label of being shy for many, many years. Many years. But yeah, I think that we all have to think about those imprints and decide which ones are true and which ones don't belong to us.
Mhm.
I can't imagine how much different my life would be had I realized it and was able to do something about it sooner. I'd be probably somewhere having been a famous choreographer or dancer. Yeah, I would have been.
He sure would have.
I would have been.
Okay, you gonna choreograph us a routine?
Yes, I am.
Okay, look forward to our routine, y'all.
Love Killer Room dance routine. Yeah.
Martinique left a comment. She said, she said, it is possible to have the infidelity and forgiveness. We are a testimony of a restored marriage.
Amen. That's right, Barb.
Yes. And then Martinique says, I never remember you being so shy.
Well, yeah, because I really wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't shy. And I can say that during my high school years, thankfully, people came into my life that helped to remove some of those fears and some of those blocks that really helped me to blossom into
The beauty, awesome, amazing, phenomenal, fantastic.
Oh, thank you,
Young lady
Jerry.
that she is,
Thank
you know,
you.
right now. You know,
Thank you.
because a lot of times sometimes we need those little trials that we go through. It'll help to better us as we, mature and get older, with that. Because some things I did not recognize, because I was shy. I was a wallflower, I think they
Really?
called back then.
Can't
Was it
tell
because
today.
I was a little healthy, for my age. And I remember one time, this guy was walking down the step. I was in high school, not high school. And he walked on my butt. I was, and I automatically just turned around and slapped him, in the face. And he turned around and slapped me back. Ooh, I was.
Well, you would have been
He had
fighting.
low self-worth.
But the teachers didn't do anything. No one said anything with it. They were just so surprised, with that. Because sometimes when we're so quick to do something, but I can't let somebody just brush past me in front of my ass and just think that is all right.
Right. Right.
That wasn't cool. It never happened again. And then I got into a fight. So after off school ground. So I would be throwing these guys around thinking that they could just, don't do that to me, you know. But I have turned out to be amazing.
Yes,
Imagine you
amazing.
hitting anybody.
And
You with a
dancing,
scowl
being a
on your
wallflower.
face,
I
yeah.
can't imagine being a
I
wallflower.
was, because I was shy about, because I couldn't get in to be a stewardess. And that was one of the things that I wanted growing up was to be. And then I found that I couldn't, because I was too heavy. And I was 15 pounds shorter, you know, becoming one. But it just wasn't meant to be at that particular time. But we can go back and look at some things in our lives and learn from that particular thing, so that you see the phenomenal ladies that I hang out with in my tribe and the Gail, we gel so well and we get along so well with one another. And it's a process. It really is. It's a process. Go with the process.
And enjoy the process.
Allow it. Enjoy it. Because my thing is, I don't think we wake up feeling good about ourselves enough. Yeah, I know we go through our little moments and all of that. I do understand that part. But I still want to wake up and hug me. That's my main thing, is just hug it.
Me too.
I love it.
Me too. All right, Love Healing Room. So we have said a lot. We've gotten to the halfway mark. Whew. Yes. So before we get to our beautiful special guest, want to open the line one more time to check in with our listeners. If you have something you'd like to share, the line is open. We're talking about self-worth. All right, secret and silent flutterbys. Remember, this is for you, but before we get back to our audience, we're going to take a moment and we're going to reintroduce our special guest, our beautiful LaGail Michelle of Pretty Soul Pieces. Yay! And LaGail is not only a phenomenal jewelry artist, she is a photographer, amazing photographer. She's a published author. She's a beautiful mom to Amaya and an amazing daughter, and just a beautiful goddess. Yes. So
Good Girl to Goddess.
Good Girl to Goddess. What a beautiful book.
Yes.
If you haven't read Good Girl to Goddess, or you haven't gifted it to a young woman who you need to gift Good Girl to Goddess by LaGail Michelle to a woman who needs some positive influence in her life.
Yeah.
So, Miss Beautiful LaGail Michelle, welcome. So honored to have you with us.
Thank you, beautiful ladies.
Oh, no, thank you. We're just honored that you were able to join us today. And we want you to maybe give our audience a little bit more than what I gave about your awesome and amazing jewelry artistry. And I call it jewelry artistry because it is, each piece is a work of art.
Thank you, JoJo. I like that. Jewelry artistry. I'm gonna have to use that. Thank you. Well, I am LaGail Michelle, and I own the So Pretty collection. And I've been making jewelry for about 3 years now. I started in 2018. It was just a hobby of mine. To go back a little bit, one of our beautiful sisters that we share together, she actually gifted me a rose quartz necklace, and she gave it to me. It's like a little pendant, and I still have it. And she gave it to me at a time where I was going through a really hard time in a relationship that I had. And I was really, really in a low place. And it was a really hard time. And when she gave me that necklace, I wore it every single day. And then I started getting into crystals and learning about crystals and their healing powers. And then I started adding different things to my own personal collection. So I went from a rose quartz to a black tourmaline bracelet. And then after the tourmaline bracelet, I bought a green jasper bracelet from another one of our sisters, Danny, from her awesome business. And after that, I would just buy these pieces, but I like to think of myself as a very luxurious and fancy. Like in my mind, that's who I am. So I'm luxurious, I'm fancy, I'm all these things. And I wanted to bring that part of my personality out into my jewelry. So when I would create different pieces for myself, I just wanted to make them look more stylish, to fit my style. So I would make things and I would just make them up while I was watching Netflix, and I'll put them over in a container. And I'm like, well, I'll wear them to work or I'll wear them wherever. And I just had them sitting there until one day, another teacher that I worked with, I showed them to her and she's like, girl, you need to put these on Facebook. People need to know about you and what you do. And I created a Facebook page and people wanted it and it sold. And then it just went on from there. So that's how the So Pretty collection came about. And I'm pretty proud of it. I love it. I've been really into learning about crystals and gemstones. And through my business, I want people, women and men, to feel special and important and loved. So that's why I give away so much that I give away. So like what I talked about earlier about having the boss who told me that, I would never be successful. I determine my success. And I feel that I am pretty successful because I get to put smiles on people's faces all the time. Getting a piece of something out of my collection is like an experience. And every order goes out with a handwritten note. And I don't touch a piece unless I'm in a good and happy, like good energy. If I'm upset, if I'm sad, I will not touch anything. So when I send it out, it goes out with pure intentions. I charge everything. And when you get it, you get a piece of me too. So that's my little business.
Well, that's your big business. Oh my gosh, it just think. Thankfully, someone shared from a place of love to get you to share your gift.
Yes.
Jewelry with the world.
It's awesome because when she gave me that, I didn't even know that I had that inside of me. And I'm sure she didn't know that she ignited something else that she even put into the world by gifting me that. And I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I am so grateful to my sister for igniting that inside of me. And it's like just from her giving. And that's the good thing about giving, because it just spreads like a virus, So she gave me that. And now I, in turn, am able to give. And then maybe somebody else will catch that energy and then they'll give even more than I can give. So, yeah, I'm proud of that.
Awesome. Oh, no, that's a beautiful gift.
Yeah. We're proud of you, Miguel.
So proud.
Thank you.
And so happy and excited to be a part of your journey.
Yes. You guys are right there, right by my side through so many different things.
But it's all been beautiful, and it's all been a wonderful unfolding. That lotus flower comes up from the murky water to meet this gorgeous illumination of beauty. And that's what you are and what your businesses are, each of them, an illumination of beauty. I write that one down too. Take that. Illumination of beauty.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So another question that we probably need to ask for the audience: how can we buy all of your awesome pieces? Where can we go to find Pretty Soul pieces?
Well, you can go to my website. Everything is there. My backstory is there. The website is www. And it's pretty long. So it's The Soul, SOUL, Pretty, PRETTY, collection, COLLECTION.com. And I am also on Facebook and Instagram by the same handle, the So Pretty Collection. And I also have a Facebook group that everybody needs to be a part of because I give away so much stuff in my Facebook group. But it's the So Pretty Collection. And then there's a dash VIP Insiders. So in my group, there are special sales that I run just for my group. I may drop, hey, if you order something today, you'll get free shipping on me. There's a lot of new things coming to the collection. I have necklaces now per request, and a lot of new bracelet sets are coming. I'm suspending all shipping forever because I personally do not like shipping fees. I don't. So I am no longer charging shipping for anything. So whatever you see, what price you see is what you pay. And a lot of cool new things are happening. I'm starting a podcast soon. So there will be a lot of information in the podcast about crystals and gemstones and different mantras that you can say along with whatever you're wearing, you know, what pieces represent, things like that. So it'll be very informative and fun. So I'm excited.
That's amazing. And I'm so proud of you for starting your podcast. People do need to hear your perspective, Miguel. You have such a inspiring heart, and your voice carries so much love. So I love how you shared your intentions around each piece and how you don't work on your jewelry when you're not in that right space. That's profound.
It really
That's powerful.
really is.
And people need to really understand and appreciate that you take that time, you make it very intentional to think of others and how they're going to receive each piece from you.
And that's one of the things that I learned even when I'm making up my shea butters that Miguel brought out. And that should be for anyone. If you know that you're in a bad space, don't do anything because you put that energy into whatever it is that you're doing with it. And it's a beautiful thing to recognize it. So I'm thankful that you brought that particular point out so that others will understand that whatever you do, whatever you say is going into whatever it is that you end up doing with us. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that reminds me of all of us of doing the same thing when we're working with the public and we're giving, out to them. Because I don't want that shit.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
No one deserves that stuff.
No. And the fact that no more shipping, that's right. I don't like shipping either. That is an awesome benefit to your customers.
Yes, it is valuable.
It really
benefit.
is.
I mean,
that's amazing
to me.
Because I don't want anyone to for something to be calling someone in and then they have to question it because there's an extra $6 fee. That doesn't have to be, so whatever you need, if it's calling you, get it. I mean, it's for you. I pray, my intention is when I make each piece, I'm thinking about the individual that's going to buy and wear that piece. So if it's yours, it's yours. Whatever I make it intentionally for whomever is supposed to have it. So I don't want anybody to be deterred by, an extra fee that doesn't have to be.
That is so awesome. Miguel, I was on your website again yesterday. But I was reading some reviews on your pieces, and everyone said that the pictures don't do these any justice at all. And just, the energy and everything. It's like, I can't wait to get mine, but I keep going on. It's like,
so much to pick from. I want it all.
Yes, I want every piece. Seriously.
Oh, well, that's so sweet.
Starting with Rich Girl Problems. I like
yes, ma'am.
And everything in your bling collection. Everything. And in your stone collection.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know me. I like to be fancy and blingy. My gold hematite. I love it. So, yes, that's so fun to make.
Okay, so we're gonna go quiet for just a moment because we have about 15 minutes left before we're at the top of the hour. Give our audience a chance to ask questions of Miguel with the Soul Pretty Collection, or if you have something you need to share around the topic of self-worth. The line is open. All right, secret and silent flutterbies. It's okay. It is so okay. We're just grateful that you showed up for you. And for those of you who are watching this later on, fine, comment. You can comment at any time. We would love to support you in whatever you're going through. As I stated in the very beginning, this is just the beginning of this conversation. This is just the beginning of the work that we all have to do around our self-worth. And the first step is to recognizing what those imprints are. When you can recognize them, then you can most certainly put into action whatever needs to happen to change that. So we also had some comments from Facebook. Barb says, I have had so many labels put on me since elementary. I've been gay, a tomboy, and any other name that described a girl who doesn't like traditional female things. Okay, I can relate to that. I just like playing ball and dressing down. If I would have picked up those labels, I would have been out here doing and trying everything they said I was. Woo! That's deep. Mm-hmm. Barb, you know how to speak that truth, though.
Yes, that is so freaking true.
It is true.
Oh my God, that last part.
Right.
Like, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Barb. Wow. And Barb said, great job, Miguel.
Thank you, Barb.
Thank you, Barb. Oh, this is just, okay, so you have an awesome Facebook group where you have giveaways. You also have done away with shipping. You put love on every piece.
Views.
I know. It's like, okay, who can say no to any of that? And it's for men and for women. So there's always a need to give jewelry. Always.
Yes.
Just because.
Just because. I give Rod jewelry just because I see pieces that I know that he'll like. And he's done the same for me. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you have to show us a couple of your pieces, just a little risk of
I
showing.
know. Come on, Miguel. You're on camera.
Okay, well, I can show you what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So I didn't bring any pieces. I'm sorry, but I am wearing hematite right now.
Yeah, I love that piece too.
Ooh,
I love
that
hematite.
identity.
And it's very protective. It's a very protective stone. I wear hematite every single day. So I have a stack of 5. That's just natural hematite. And whenever I'm going out, I'll make sure that I have my bracelets. My mom has it. My daughter has it. I'm hearing something. I'm sorry. Each of us we all have a set like this. This piece here is a white jade.
Ooh.
And then I use just a infinity connector. So this is a very loving piece. I love this piece. It makes me feel infinite. It makes me feel expansive. It makes me feel like I never end. So I wear that piece with this. And then this will be part new in the collection. It's a hematite bracelet. And I made it to match this. So it puts this protective aura around you, this energy around you. And it just absorbs all the negative stuff that tries to come at you. So a lot of my pieces, almost everything I have is made with hematite. I try to put it in there somewhere. I'm sorry, someone's calling me. So this is a rose quartz bracelet here. And the pieces on the inside, the little spacers, those are all hematite. So is this one. And this is coming from a set that I was making for someone. But those are hematite spacers in the middle. So when I make something for you, I'm also protecting you. So it all goes together.
That's power.
Mhm.
That's power. I love that.
And I also like that you can wear, one, or you can wear them all, or
Yes.
Yes.
some on
Yes.
both wrists, like,
Yeah. Yes.
What kind
So
of
that's why
you
I
know.
mean, I would stack them so that, if you didn't want to wear 4, you could wear 1, or you can wear 2, create your own style. So, I had some people, oh, that's too expensive and that's too this, it's too that. Well, for one, when I price things, it's not a price. I don't sell anything, I exchange it. So it's like an energetic exchange. And I will put so many pieces together so that, you will have options. So you don't have to wear the whole set. I would have bracelets up my arm and up my legs and everywhere else if I could, but that's just me. So
we're going to speak self-worth into those people who feel like they can't afford the Soul Pretty collection, because they can, and they're worth investing in these jewels for themselves.
Yeah.
yes.
So it's a mindset shift, because the first thing that came to my mind when you said that people say it's too expensive, they have self-worth issues.
Mhm.
There's nothing too expensive for me.
Exactly.
Nothing.
If you see it, you want
I
it,
want it.
desire it, then you go ahead and buy it. And there's just something about putting jewelry on.
Yes.
You just feels really, really good. And you can feel the energy, in it. Because I love stones. I love raw stones, hematite. I love them all. I can't say that there is not a stone that I do not like, or that I would not end up, wearing, with it. So I definitely have had a couple of So Pretty collections.
Yeah.
My sister. I love this woman.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
now know that each piece is infused with protection. They're created with protection in mind and so much love. What an awesome, beautiful creation. Jewelry Artistry by Miguel Michelle.
So
I went from photo artistry to jewelry artistry.
Yes.
This is awesome.
It's all artistry.
yes.
Okay, so we have a few minutes left. We're going to check in with our audience because, I'm sure there's some questions for Miguel Michelle or some accolades. We want to go silent and allow the conversation to include our audience. So the line is open. All right, the secret is silent flutterbies are still being quiet. We have some comments from Facebook. We have Laura. Hi, Laura. I miss you. Welcome. Happy New Year and all that stuff. Laura was speaking to Barb. She says, Barb, you just be yourself. Love yourself. You don't have to answer to anyone. Enjoy life. I know that's right. Barb says, I'm trying to become a children's author. No, you are a children's author. You inspire me to keep going. And Barb also says, Miguel, OMG, do you make custom pieces? Yep.
Yes, I do.
We
Yes,
both.
ma'am.
I would love a custom charm bracelet filled with charms of the different disabilities that I advocate for and with charms of who I am. Ooh.
Okay.
And she also says, I need a long necklace with my family's first initial. Oh, I need a pretty bell chain. Look, a pretty belly chain that goes from my neck to my waist. All right.
Okay.
She said she got so many ideas. Oh, I love it, Barb. I love it. And Miguel, look at how you're inspiring all this creativity with just presenting your ideas around how you infuse protection and love and power into your pieces.
Thank you, JoJo. And yes, Barb, she can contact me. If you like to email me or call me, you guys can put that information in the chat box for her if you like. If you have my information, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
But how
You
about
can put
you
it
say
in.
it right now? We'll put it in. real quick.
Okay. She can email me at thesoulprettycollection@gmail.com.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll be the best way to contact me, and I'll get it right away. But I would love, oh God, I would love to create whatever you like for you. Custom creations are awesome because I get to be creative and it's fun, and you'll have something that is completely yours that nobody else in the world will have. So,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
So it's the soul pretty collection@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. Yay.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Barb, usually you're on Facebook and we don't see you, but if you, well, no, when you get your pieces, please, 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 please hashtag the Love Healing Room, because we would love to see your Soul Pretty collection.
It's a must. It's a must. And can I give away some stuff since we're in this good energy right now?
Of course you can.
Okay. Okay. So anybody who orders from this video now and in the future, anybody who views this video, if you just let me know, if you go to my website and order anything, just type The Love Healing Room and I'll send you a special little something from me included in your order. And to my beautiful goddess sisters, I'm going to send you all a hematite bracelet like mine.
Aww.
So we will all match. So we're gonna all have the same one. So we'll be connected in Texas and Michigan and wherever else we are. So I'll get those to you guys tomorrow morning.
Oh,
thank you.
thank
so
you.
much.
Okay,
You're
we are connected. We are connected.
We
Oh,
are.
yes.
But I want you to look down and see me all the time.
Yes, yes, we will.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So can I tell the world? Yep, I can tell the world because Gail said I could a long time ago that she is going to make some custom pieces for the Love Healing Room. Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
Especially now that I know that each piece has protection. And I already knew that you put your love juju on it. I already knew that.
I put my juju all on it.
All on it. All on it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you all, Instagram, I don't know if you heard Miguel. She is such a fabulous giver. If you order from Soul Pretty Collection and you put in your remarks of your order that you saw or you found out about her through the Love Healing Room, you're going to get a special gift. And she said that's for everyone who puts in the remarks that they saw the Soul Pretty Collection via the Love Healing Room. So just mention the Love Healing Room and you're going to get a special gift.
That's awesome.
How remarkable is that? You are just
Well,
a
she's a
goddess.
Remarkable goddess.
Gifting goddess.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Nothing but the best.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh.
And we're so grateful that you took time out of your very busy schedule to join us here in the Love Healing Room from your fabulous abode.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And we're going to have you back, of course.
Okay.
We have to have Miguel back. But okay, so if you are not already following the Soul Pretty Collection, you need to find her on Facebook, Instagram. Where else, Miguel?
That's it. Facebook and Instagram.
At this time.
Right, for now. Facebook,
For now.
Instagram, and she's gonna have a podcast starting really soon. So if you follow
Manifest
her on
her.
Facebook and Instagram, you'll know when her podcast is available. So check
Amen.
that out.
Yes.
Okay, so we've closed out self-worth with some powerful energy coming from the Soul Pretty Collection. But this is just the beginning of this conversation. It's not going to end just because we're not going to talk about it directly in the Love Healing Room. It's going to keep coming up because it is part of everything that happens in our lives. Our self-worth is displayed, whether it be who we really are or what's been imprinted on us. So we're going to keep healing each area of our lives until we are shining so bright.
So. And I wanted to say this last thing. I was a tomboy growing up, and you see how fabulous I have turned.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes, I was a tomboy as
Sorry.
well. Mhm.
I just wanted to put that out there. There's nothing wrong with it. Playing baseball, football, climbing trees. I did that growing up, and I was really good at baseball too.
Okay.
All right, fabulous is as fabulous does. And we are just grateful that you all took time to be here with us in the Love Healing Room. And we're going to invite you to join us next week, same time, same intention, to be open to give and receive love. But before we get ready to go, I just want to remind you to follow us on all social media platforms too. This is your first time of your 50th. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Periscope, on TikTok,
Yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, YouTube, especially YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. But until next time, we're going to leave you with
Namaste.